LaxFactor Podcast. We get into next Jacksonville. Jacksonville in the scrimmages this weekend, they actually beat UNC. They went up early before UNC kind of chipped away. What the word was that Jacksonville came out hungry. UNC looked a little bit lackadaisical. UNC woke up by the time they played Navy, and they played Navy really well. So Jacksonville beats up on UNC and then gets beat up by Navy to a degree. They look good, is what everybody said. Galloway stated he was glad to see some up and down play. He was glad that they got to play with a lead against UNC. He was glad that they got to play from down against Navy because it gave them a chance to see how the guys were going to do in those scenarios. Returning for them, Jack Dolan set the program record for points as a midfielder, and he is back to trash on the SoCon in 2020. Galloway expects both Evan Tyler, 37 goals and 11 assists last year. Bowen was 30 and 24, if I didn't say that. Evan Tyler, 37 goals, 11 assists. Jeremy Winston, who Galloway mentioned specifically as having a really good fall, and he expected big things out of him this spring, 12 goals, 3 assists. And then, both of those guys were already tough. But Tyler was the big cat. He led UNC in goals last year, and he also won our Dope Hair and Stash Award in the fall. And that actually made a bunch of people mad that I said whatever terrible things I said about him. But he did reach out, and he said he personally was cool with it. Other offensive guys back. Bo Hunter, 17 goals, 4 assists. So he should do really well this upcoming spring. Brendan McKenna, 11 goals, 9 assists. So they have a lot of offensive firepower. Once again, with these guys, typically it's defense. But this year, I'm not sure that I'm going to complain about their defense. They've got Colin Hinton, physical, great team leader. They have a bunch of starters coming back, Jordan Young and Zach Deacon. They were their 2 top 3 turnover forcers. So they return talent on the defensive end of the field as well. The SoCon is tough, though. You've got to deal with Richmond and High Point in the SoCon, and both of those teams are tough. So Jacksonville still has, quite a hill to climb in order to get themselves into the finals in the SoCon, but they have a very good shot. I think that the SoCon is it's going to be a really good conference this year, and whoever comes out of that conference could potentially make some noise in the NCAA tournament, but they are still going to be a one bid team. So they're going to Jacksonville, in order to get themselves into the NCAA tournament, they are going to have to win that SoCon tournament. That's going to be really, really big for them, really key for them. But as long as they can handle their shit in the early parts of the season, and once again win those non-conference games and then finish 500 in their conference, then they should make the conference tournament, and they should be able to get themselves, they make the conference tournament, you got a shot, and they are good enough to play with just about anybody in 2020. Be sure to go to anchor.fm/LaxFactor. Be sure to check out the LaxFactor Lacrosse Daily Podcast. It's a daily podcast we put out 15 to 30 minutes, depending on the day, and we'll put that out every day. We don't do a big show. So moving forward here, that daily lacrosse podcast will come out Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday, because Thursdays we'll always put this big show out, and that'll be it. So again, as always, thank you for watching. If you want to support the channel, you can go to laxfactor.com and you can get yourself some swag, hats. I don't have my hat on today. Hats, polos, t-shirts, coffee mugs, other stuff. You can also subscribe, hit the notification bell, share the podcast with anybody. Go to anchor.fm/LaxFactor to listen to our daily audio podcast, or anywhere else that you get podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, Apple Podcasts, all of those places. As always, thank you for watching and enjoy.